right, happy Wednesday, Wildcats. So today we have some pretty cool things to share with you all. So I don't have.
Setting the bar really high.
We're not setting the bar really high. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give the board time to look over their minutes from November 20th.
Okay. Motion to approve the previous minutes and the agenda.
No, I did not.
Second.
We need a second. Can someone second? Oh, okay. All right. Approved. All right. So we're going to be time to look over the new agenda for December 4th, which is today.
Motion to approve the agenda.
No amendments?
Second.
All right. Agenda approved. So we're going to go ahead and move to introductions. Hi, my name is Jasmine Washington. I'm your student body president.
Hello everyone, my name is Alejandro Alcantar and I'm the Executive VP.
I am Ashley Clipper. I am your VP for clubs.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Mejia and I'm your Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Hello everyone, my name is Jake Robles and I'm proxy for Jessica Hernandez.
Happy Wednesday, Wildcats. My name is Mikhail Candelaria and I'm your Vice President for Student Life and Facilities.
Hi, my name is Zachary Turner. I use he, him, his pronouns, and I'm your VP for Legislative Affairs.
All right, we're going to move on to officer reports. Alejandro?
So last week we did not have SNA as it was on Wednesday and we went off for Thanksgiving break. So this week for SNA we will be hearing some more funding requests and voting on the ones that we will be hearing today, as well as the ones from voting on funding requests from 2 weeks ago. That's about it, just kind of catching up. With that, I yield my time.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, that was loud. For the club world, we have our last club council meeting tonight at 7 p.m. in Samuelson 104. And there is also the last funds council meeting in the theater at 7 p.m. tonight as well. For winter quarter, our club council meetings will be on January 15th, February 5th, March 3rd. And yeah, they're once a month now, so it's great. And lastly, follow the CW_engagement Instagram account. Real cool things on there. Two lovely people run that, Nola and Sam, and they are great. And they do, if you need a shout out on there, can email them, come to our office, anything you want. DM us, make it happen. And that's it.
All right, moving on to me. So yesterday we had a SAS meeting. It went very well. We talked about a few things that were very important. First off, I know we've been talking about this throughout the quarter quite a lot. And I realize it takes a lot to actually create a policy and get it put through. There's a lot of talking to the faculty senate and the provost, but it looks like the inclement weather policy, the one that I'd written up, was liked by the faculty a fair amount, and they've pretty much taken all of it. I'm going to speak to the provost tomorrow a little bit on that, and then the next day after that as well. But it does look like it's going to go through, and we're actually going to have an inclement weather policy in winter quarter. Another thing that we've been talking about is SEOIs and how to better them. Right now, only about 1 in 10 students actually fill out their SEOIs, which is not a very representative group within classes, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way to actually have students do SEOIs. If you have feedback about that, please come to my office and let me know. But right now, I think the best way to go about doing so is have in-class SEOIs. Also, if you're interested in being a Student Academic Senate senator, please come to my office and I can give you a form to fill out. We have SAS meetings every other Tuesday. Our next meeting is January 14th. If you're interested, please come to the meeting and attend. And with that, I yield my time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Robles. I'm proxy for Jessica Hernandez. So we have a Equity Service Council update. We have our last meeting this Thursday. It will be in student government in the conference room. So just swing by if you want to see what the last meeting or what any of our meetings look like. They are Thursdays at 3:30. We'll also be having a Queer Trans People of Color caucus. So this caucus is to help facilitate discussion amongst queer trans people of color. So if anyone is interested, we can get in contact with you and send you the information. Just stop by the office or email any of us on the team. We have an Instagram now, so if anyone wants to follow the Instagram, it is CWESC. It is wonderful. All the org information is on there, so yeah. With that, I yield my time.
All right, friends. So next week is finals week, which means stress, and more stress. But we have tons of resources and events/programs on campus to help you all de-stress next week. And a lot of that is spearheaded by our own library. So I'm not going to list them all off because there's a ton. But next Monday, there's Pause and Relax, Jazz and Crafts. On Tuesday, there's a waffle night that's pretty famous with students. There's also pizza night Wednesday, December 11th in the Fishbowl, a popcorn bar on Thursday, the 12th, and that's all within the library. Wellington will be at Holiday Extravaganza with the rest of the ASCWU board on Saturday, so make sure to check that out. Our last student union advisory board meeting is tomorrow. Super sad, but also all week next week, the student union team is doing something awesome. They're opening up all of the second floor conference rooms for use for students. All the equipment will be available, and that's open during normal operation hours of the building, and that's throughout all next week during finals week. And that's free. Did I say it's free? Because it's free. The Recreation Advisory Board's last meeting was last Monday. Lots of fun. Also, if you didn't check out their new equipment, you should check it out. Dining launched their new quesadillas yesterday, or I think it was Monday, so make sure to give them your feedback to see what you think about that. As always, download the Tradition Keeper app, but also a few last things that's not on the agenda. Coffee with the Cops is tomorrow from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the Fishbowl. So hang out with the cops, get to know them, ask them questions. And then Warefare will be going on from tomorrow until December 7th. So check out all of those cool vendors throughout that time. And then the holiday dinner that Dining Services is throwing is tomorrow from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. and that's in the Holmes Dining area. Also, housing priority selection opens up January 18th. I'm looking at Dr. Hyatt. So the first 100 people get a pretty cool shirt, but also you could get drawn to get free on-campus housing for a whole year. So make sure to check that out if you're looking into returning with living on campus for another year. Discover the Power of Purpose with Zach. I don't know his last name, but that's a cool program. He's a motivational speaker. Tonight in the Cirque, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and there's free food. And with that, I talked for a long time, so I'm going to not talk.
Also, I just want to mention that if you are graduating in June, you're going to need to fill out a graduation application form. You go online and on the website, and there will be a form. Typically, students think that all you need to do is click a button on MyCWU saying that they're graduating. You need to fill out the form and turn it into the registrar, and you need to make sure to do so before January 17th. Otherwise, it's going to cost you extra to apply for graduation. So just make sure to do that. And yield my time.
Cool. So I have a few updates. So the legislative session has pretty much begun. So if you see us all really stressed, that's why. So a few updates about some of our agenda items. So to give a little context, last year we passed a really big bill. It's about $1 billion, yada yada. I've talked a lot about it. Hopefully you know about it. There's some funding issues with it, so that'll be a big hassle this session, but it'll get fixed, and hopefully they'll keep giving us money. We also have sponsors and co-sponsors in both of the houses for our undocumented student loan bill. So right now, undocumented students do not qualify for any financial assistance through the federal government, and that includes any loans, private or public loans. So we're asking the state to make a program for our undocumented classmates to be able to get the same loans we can. Of course, we hate loans and they suck and no one should have to take them out, but if someone's got to take them out, we should all be able to. We have made we've gotten some work on a comprehensive sex ed bill, which makes it mandatory for K through 12 to teach comprehensive sex education, including consent education in K through 12, which is really important. It died last year. Hopefully it'll get through this year. We'll keep working on that. If you're really interested in any of these, please come to SLAC. It's in Circ 236 at 4 o'clock on Thursdays. We're having a meeting this week, and then we won't meet again until winter quarter. Also remember that the census is on April 1st. The census is only on April 1st, and you cannot do it on any other day than April 1st. If you don't do it, I'm gonna be really mad because it's once every 10 years. You weren't even alive the last time, or you weren't able to do it the last time. Hopefully you're older than 10 if you're here right now. But fill out your census. It's easy. It'll be in the circ. You'll be able to do it. I think that's all I got. Thanks.
Alrighty, so President on the Run this week is, and the Change My Mind topic is in climate weather policy. So please let your voices be heard on the new policy we're planning on putting in place. And you can come and take that survey from 1 to 3 in the bistro. And then the week before last, over 100 students voted to implement a tobacco-free campus policy, which we're going to actually be starting working on that winter quarter. So thank you all who came out to the American Smokeout, the Great American Smokeout, and voted on that. Yield University reached out to me to join the Coalition of Student Body Presidents, and I have joined it, of course. The student body presidents across the country decided to come together to commit to solving the climate crisis and are united behind the carbon dividends framework. And so this year, we're going to be working on that. So we'll keep you up to date on everything that we put forward. I'm drafting up an MOU for the Multicultural Center, so hopefully we can have that done by winter quarter. And then look out for our quarter newsletter. So I challenged the board to take a holiday photo with their staff team. And so we're going to have a competition. And we want you all to vote on our holiday photos. And whoever have the best photo wins a hug. They don't want anything. They want a hug from me. And so keep out for this newsletter just to let y'all know about our accomplishments and the initiatives that we were able to do just this quarter, and then our initiatives that we plan to do for winter quarter. So this is not on the agenda, but I would love to go down the line and have each board member talk about just one accomplishment that they had this quarter and then one winter quarter initiative that they're planning. Just one, not a bunch, just one.
So an accomplishment that my team and I were able to complete this year was bringing back Fred Meyer Night. It was a huge success. We had 1,700 students, staff, and faculty show up to this event, and it was on pause for 3 years, so I'm super proud of that. And something that we're rolling out next quarter is actually called Wildcat Wednesdays. So we're encouraging everybody affiliated with the university in some way, shape, or form to wear some Central swag. And my team and I will be tabling in the tabling area, and we'll be giving out more Central swag, and it's just to help promote Wildcat Pride, as always. You're next.
All right, so one thing that I was proud to be involved with was getting rid of the developmental course fee next year. I was able to work with Dean Gregg in the Office of Student Success a lot, and had a lot of talks with the provost and many other members of administration to emphasize on the importance of getting rid of the developmental course fee, which is going to help typically more lower income students and help students get up to those college level courses and be more successful overall. Oh man, shit. All right. So one thing that we're all working on is updating the model of the student government. We're working pretty hard on it, trying to get students more involved in many different ways, and that we're going to be working on an initiative, a ballot measure, next quarter for a special election, and run that by the students. But overall, it looks like it's getting a lot of support from various groups on campus, including SAS, and a lot of students have come up to me and liked the idea thus far.
My office did the Do Not Forget to Vote event. That was a big success. We were the highest turnout college campus in the state of Washington, I think for the 3rd year in a row. And because of that, and because of how good our model works, the state is actually looking into mandating that across Washington state. So that's really cool. Something I'm looking forward to, or a goal, I guess, for winter quarter, it's really going to be focused around the legislature in session, but definitely fully funding the Washington College Grant is our #1 priority. So, 25% of our students don't have to pay any tuition or fees next year or forever. So, thanks.
All right, one big accomplishment that I would say is ending period poverty at ASCWU and giving access to free menstruation products to all students on campus. And then a winter quarter initiative, I would say, would be starting an ASCWU podcast. So we do realize that our public meetings are pretty difficult to come to sometimes. And they're during times where students are in classes. So this would give an opportunity for us to give you raw information and uncensored topics on student issues. So really excited about that.
So earlier this quarter, we had the Let's Talk About Committees event. We got students up to meet with departments to learn about how they can get involved and what they can do to kind of voice their opinions. So I don't know the number off the top of my head, but regarding committees, they're pretty full for the most part. And one initiative for next quarter is to work on the ASCWU Centers Council, which basically would bring representatives from all the different satellite campuses to meet together and to kind of discuss issues and to see how we can better support them. So, yeah.
All right. Some accomplishments we had this quarter. We had Block Party, which was really good. We have a lot better transparency amongst our council and amongst our organizations that have led us to work efficiently, and we've also helped us work more inclusively. Another big accomplishment is securing more funding for graduations and securing security within the orgs on their graduations. Some things we're working on for winter quarter is as well, Jessica's working really hard on the changing in the student government structure to better the organizations. We're working on changing the funding procedures for organizations on campus, constitution changes within the ESC constitution, and I think success within our office too looks like success within the orgs. So how do we successfully help the orgs put on great events, be more inclusive? So success amongst the orgs is something that we look forward to doing as well.
All right, the big one for clubs, the formation of club council and funds council. Because last year, club senate was boring, all based around funding. Nobody wanted to be there. But this year, once a month, people are interested. They get involved in the conversation. It's good stuff. And the funds council, people want to be there. Just people want to be there. That's a big one. Yeah. So that, and then next quarter and probably spring too. Just the restructuring of the whole clubs. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to call it because it's not a thing yet. But the whole structure of clubs for the 2020-21 school year, because it will be very different. And that's a big one. Bada bing, bada boom.
As sitting here, I just realized I didn't give acknowledgement to the people who helped me with period poverty. So Cherie and the Student Union for helping pay for the products, the Wellness Center for piloting the menstruation products and handing them out and storing them. Sisters, Public Health Club, Generation Action, which is also known as the Planned Parenthood Club, for keeping the conversations going around menstruation products and ensuring that we had the surveys in place to be able to do this. So thank you all for your help on that. So this is not on the agenda, but it's very, very dear to me. World AIDS Day testing is being hosted this Friday. It is completely free. Completely free for all CW students. So please, please, please get yourself tested. Know your status. It is just really, really important. 1 and 2 people between the ages of 15 and 25 actually is more likely to have an STI. So please get tested, know your status, and let's make this campus healthier.
Where do you get tested at?
Oh, you can get tested at the Student Medical and Counseling Center, which is across the parking lot. Across the parking lot? The circ, yeah, right? Like, yeah, that's like across the parking lot, yeah. Oh, and you can sign up in the wellness, not in the wellness center, but the wellness center has a website. If you follow me on Twitter, if you follow the wellness center on Twitter, if you follow the wellness center on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you can find the link. Just sign up there. So we're going to move on to the letter of support for Esports Complex. Mikkel, you can take this over.
All right, officers, you all should have a copy of the drafted letter of support, and this is going to go directly to our Vice President of Operations, Andreas Bowman, and his division. There should be a few copies if you all are interested. Sorry, it wasn't very sustainable of me. Sorry, President Gaudino. But essentially, we started the conversation about having an esports gaming complex on our campus, and the Student Tech Fee Council has been driving this conversation. I know a bunch of students with ASCWU and other students on the council have been carrying this conversation. But before they could do anything, they're asking for our support with the funding that they have allocated, which is up to $50,000 to look into the old heat plant. The old heat plant is located on University Way, right across from Kamola and Barge. So it's that huge smokestack building. So they allocated up to $50,000 to look into the architecture of that building to see if it's still usable or feasible for us as students to use it with the esports complex. So we're going to go into a vote. Yeah, we're going to go into a vote.
Motion to approve.
Seconded.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go into the vote. All in favor, signal aye. Is that a hand, Ash? One. Against. All right, approved.
Yay, thank you. So we're going to sign this letter of support. That'll go directly to Andreas and his team. Thanks.
Alrighty, so our next ASCWU student government public meeting is held on January 13th, so there will be no meeting next week. But once again, keep a lookout for our newsletters on social media and what we're going to be doing for winter quarter. And then next quarter, we're going to actually be having public meetings every other week, not every week. So keep that in mind. And if you have any concerns about that, just let us know. All right, we're going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 1:28.